Don't you dare say I'm gonna make it, 'cause I don't believe a word.
Welcome to TWST Reviews. I'm Quan.
What's up? You got Rain here.
Man, the MVP goes to Arya. She smoked all the motherfuckers who was underwater fray, and she got rid of that creep Littlefinger with the alley-oop from Sansa, of course. He snaked his way through the whole damn show, but once he tried to turn Sansa against Arya, you knew it was raps.
Man, it felt really good to see him lose. And like we just had to go through the whole show seeing him like methodically manipulate people and get his way. I mean, at one point in the show, we didn't know his true intentions, but then eventually we got brought back to reality. Was done in the dark was brought to the light, and we got to see, him for what he actually was. That was the highlight for me, and he died a coward, fitting death.
My boy Tyrion. Now, people been pissing me off. Everybody has really been saying, ever since season 4, Tyrion's going soft. Look at him trying to advise Daenerys to not burn everything down. Like, first of all, when has Tyrion ever been this monster? Because I don't know if you've seen it, but I haven't. This man has literally been advising her to do the smart route. Everybody else just says that it's his fault that Daenerys isn't getting what she wants, when the reality is he's just being practical. What's the point of gaining everything if there's nothing to rule of?
He's being very reasonable. I mean, if you feel that soft, you're a barbarian. War isn't just always about killing and conquering. It's about achieving something. It's about strategy. Like, there's a reason why actual nations was the power, not just barbarians. Somebody has to be rational here. And Tyrion is that perfect balance, and he helps Daenerys with that. And, I mean, she needs somebody in her ear like that.
I'll tell you who really needs some better advisement. Cersei. She won't listen to anybody. Daenerys and them literally pulled up and showed her one of the whites and said that, yo, we cannot bicker amongst each other because the dead is coming for all of us. And she just lied and said, alright, we'll stand with you. But then turned her back and was like, nah, fuck them. Even willing to try to have the Mountain kill Jaime because he wanted to help fight the White Walkers.
I think she's just too skeptical at this point, and she's just like, yeah, they might want to use this to gain an advantage on me, or like, sneak attack me. She is literally the Mad Queen at this point. I don't think anybody can tell her like to steer her right in the right direction. She just needs to be taken from the throne.
My boy Bran, the new three-eyed raven, also he returned to Winterfell with his sisters Sansa and Arya. Because of him, we got to see something that we didn't even know. Rhaegar Targaryen did not kidnap Lyanna Stark. She was in love with him and went to him willingly and got pregnant with Jon. Also revealed his real name is Aegon Targaryen, which means he's had more claim to the throne than Daenerys does.
I love the role that Bran plays in the series and how he shows us, stuff like this. A little bit of the backstory without having to show flashbacks. We sort of speak on like Bran's personality change. He's had like a complete 360. This man is not the man we knew that was pushed from that window, and not because he lost his legs, but he's just a new person. Like, he has a whole entire different demeanor right now. He just seems like otherworldly. And yeah, Jon Snow is Aegon Targaryen. Lyanna wasn't actually kidnapped, so maybe Rhaegar wasn't, that bad of a person. It means that Jon Snow is Daenerys' nephew, which is pretty interesting, considering the relationship that they got going on right now. Yeah. But we're in a different time period, or I guess what you don't know won't hurt you. I don't know.
Jon kind of pissed me off this season. They went to Dragonstone to ask Daenerys for help against the White Walkers, but because she became more arrogant, she was like, the only way I'm gonna help you is if you acknowledge me as queen, which he wasn't gonna do. they went to fight the White Walkers. Daenerys pulled up on her own accord and got one of her dragons killed. And after Jon actually made it back due to Benjen's sacrifice, only then he acknowledged her as queen. Off that one favor made you be like, okay, she's my queen. Like, nah, it's gotta take way more than that to actually swear your allegiance to somebody.
Like Ned Stark, he would have, kneeled. He would have found some type of compromise. There was just no 100% to know how things would go. I bend the knee to Daenerys. I lose the North. So now I only have Daenerys. Is that enough to stop the Night King? If I say no, Daenerys, I'm sorry. I'm going back home. I'm going back to the North. And I take my chances with the men that I have, and I lose? Is it enough? It's a very risky, and I'm pretty sure you don't have the dragon glass. You don't have dragons. Like, what do? I feel like the best bet is to bend the knee, and Jon Snow's a little bit more serious. Him bending the knee was for the fate of humanity. Ultimately, he did the right thing, I think, because he kind of had to. He needed her support. But like you said, it's really weird how I'm like, I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm going to storm off. I'm going to take my chances. And then just like that, I'm just going to, but yeah, you're my queen now. In the end, she ended up losing a dragon. That whole voyage was, just a clown fest. I don't know what they expected to achieve there, or like if they just thought they were just, going to succeed, get back home, and everything was going to be all right. But it is what it is.
Before I actually get to rating this season, I have some dishonorable mentions. Euron Greyjoy, you literally tried to steal the crown from Yara, all because you are a guy, and all the motherfuckers on the Ironborn Islands, y'all some hoes, because y'all was backing Yara with Theon, but as soon as he pulled up, y'all jumped ship. And Alara, you did all that damn ranting about how Oberyn's brother was soft and he didn't do anything, so you killed him and your nephew, thinking that somehow you was gonna do something, and then it just led to all y'all asses dying. So it's funny how y'all said, oh, you're too soft and weak, but it was your actions that caused your own demise.
She got her whole family tree wiped out. She would have blamed somebody else for something, but she just killed her whole family. I mean, first her husband died. She killed his brother, which obviously wouldn't be a wish that he'd have. But you're doing this all for him, but you're literally like, yo, if he's watching you from the afterlife, he's literally rolling in his grave. And then she gets her daughters killed. She gets herself killed. Euron, even worse. He steps in, say, no, you guys are a female ruler. To take them to be under command, to be reigned over by another female ruler, it was very hypocritical. It just didn't make sense to me at all. Euron, man. Euron, just a snake. He reminds me a lot of, he's like the new Littlefinger, but a more aggressive Littlefinger.
The only gripes that I have with it is I kind of felt like it went by super fast, even though like some of the action was good. I felt like it could have been paced just a little bit better to me. But ultimately, besides the other things that I felt didn't make sense, I gotta give it a 7.5. Rain?
I give it a 7. I definitely don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say it is that have watched the show. But I do also agree with the common gripe, which is a lot of people didn't like how it was paced, how quick it was. And Euron, I think he's a horrible character. It just doesn't make sense, and it's not very realistic for my man to just grab control like that out of nowhere. Just come back, yeah, let's kill this man. Oh yeah, she's a woman. Follow me. It's like, okay. It seemed like they're just mindless zombies or something. Other than that, not that bad.
And we've had so much fun doing these reviews. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this from the start when I told y'all it was going to be a Game of Thrones summer. And we're nearing the end. So be back with us for our final review soon. And let us know what y'all think. Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, peace and love.